You know, after all these years, literally 15 years at this point, I still can't palm a playing card with full confidence. I feel like growing up with small hands, I just gained a mental block and the palm just never worked out for me. But you know what's great about this card trick? You don't gotta know how to palm cards because the palm will be invisible. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. If you're here for the first time, my name is Vineet, and I go by CardMechanic on YouTube. You can probably see that from my channel name. Today, I'll be sharing with you a variation that I came up with on a card trick known as the Invisible Palm, and it's also referred to as Open Travelers by Ed Marlowe. I was first introduced to the concept of this effect by a friend of mine in high school, which is over 10 years ago at this point. And I remember watching the trick, it just looked so amazing. Like I didn't even know what was going on. I remember performing it myself, and then I just got some crazy reactions from people because they're like, what's going on? Because the whole premise of the trick was that you're explaining to the spectator how card palming works. And then while you're explaining to them how the magic works, you're still able to fool them while doing the magic. And that just... So I wanted to share this with you because I came up with a different version that, when executed correctly, gets amazing reactions. And one more thing before we proceed with the trick, make sure to like and subscribe, as it really helps to grow this channel and help me create more content. That being said, let's do it. Here we go, check this out. So we have a deck of playing cards. I've already arranged a couple of the cards that I already needed right on top. So I have the 8 of diamonds, put that right here. I have the 8 of clubs, put that right here. I have the 8 of hearts, put that right here. And I have the 8 of spades, and I'm gonna put that right here. So yeah, threw you off just a little bit, maybe just a little bit. So magicians have this technique, or these types of tricks, where they take a card that's on top of one packet and they're able to make it jump onto another packet. I know it sounds very magical, but I want to share the secret on how this is done. They actually have the ability, and you may have even heard of this, to palm a playing card. So as you saw, I just palmed the top card. So then I can easily dispose of it right on top of this pile. And it looks very natural when I do it, or maybe it doesn't, I'm not really sure. But there you have the 8 of spades palmed, and no one suspects a thing. So that's one thing to look out for. The only thing is it bends the card, so that's not usually the best thing. But there's a second way that I came up with palming playing cards because I was just never good at palming. You can take the card like this, okay? You can take it, put it on the table like this, and okay, usually it sticks to my hand. My hands just are apparently very dry today. Okay, there we go. So again, 8 of spades, we take it, and my God, what is going on? Maybe it's a surface. I don't know. I don't think it's a surface, but maybe, just maybe it's a surface. So I can take this card, leave it right there. And now, oh, there we go. There we go. If I lift it like this, you can see it's kind of sort of palmed, but also maybe not really. And if I just squeeze it like this, you'll see the card actually turns invisible. And just to show you, it is not anywhere on top or in the deck, right? Hopefully not going through it too fast, but as you can see, that card is no longer in the deck. In fact, it's still palmed. I could even do something like this, where it's just shrunken down and palmed right here. So if I actually take the card, as soon as the invisible card makes contact with the other same card values with different suits, you'll see, again, 3 cards right here, 1 invisible card in my hand. You'll see that the card appears just like this. So we had the 8 of diamonds, we had the 8 of clubs, we had the 8 of hearts, and then lastly, the card that teleported, the 8 of spades. All right, guys, let's get into how this trick is done. So as I mentioned before, I already gave you the background on it. It is known as the Invisible Palm by Ed Marlowe, and I want to create a simpler version of this trick while also implementing the cards across principle. So for this effect, you do need a duplicate card. And I'm sure you can figure out some method of doing this without a duplicate card, but I want to make this fairly easy, so you will need a duplicate card. So it turns out this Orbit deck comes with a duplicate 8 of spades, so I was saved. Let's take out the 8s. All right, so we have the 5 8s. I have 8 of hearts, diamonds, 2 spades, and 1 club. Of course, you can use whatever duplicate card you want. A lot of decks come with duplicate cards, And if you do not have a duplicate card, then you can just buy 2 of one deck and you have all the duplicates in the world. Before performing this trick, this is the setup I like to have on top of the deck. We have one of the red 8s, then I have the 8 of clubs, then I have the 8 of spades, and I have the 8 of hearts or another red 8, and then I have the duplicate card, which is the 8 of spades. So I like to break it down, and when I show the spectator, I want to show it as red, black. So that's why I have the red, and then this black, and this will count as a single red. Let's pretend that's not there. And then we have a black, all right? So you want the duplicate card to be on the bottom, and you want the duplicate card to be right in the center, all right? Put that on top, and you're all set up and ready to go. So a couple of things with this trick is that it relies very heavily on your performance. And if you can't do your performance correctly, or if you don't have enough practice doing this performance, it's gonna look like a very, very boring trick. So this is one of those tricks that's not technically hard to do, but the more emphasis you put in your performance, the better the reactions will be at the end. So starting off the performance of this trick, I tell the spectator I have 4 8s on top of the deck, and I show them like this. I show them very consistently to the spectator. So I don't show them in like some weird order like this and then do this. I show them like this. I pick up one card from the back, show it to them. I say I have the 8 of diamonds. I put that down like so. Then I show them again, pick up one card, show them I have 8 of clubs, put that down right on top of it like this. Then I do a double lift, and again, the reason I'm picking up like this every single time is to keep that consistency, because the more consistent your performance is, the less suspicious things will look. So do a double lift here, right? So count 1, 2 cards, show that as 1. You say now you have the 8 of hearts, you put that down, and then you have the 8 of spades, okay? One thing to note when putting down this double, you want to make sure that the cards don't separate. So what I usually do is when I'm showing this, I bend the cards forward a little bit, making it a bit more difficult for the cards to separate once I put them down. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 diamonds, clubs, and hearts. And then I do a single lift again and show I have the 8 of spades. So in the spectator's minds, it's established now that we have these 4 8s, not 5 8s like we actually do, but we have 4 8s. And now I really break down into the story of doing a palm, okay? And I tell them, usually when I'm doing these performances, I tell them growing up I had a lot of difficulty palming cards, which is in fact very true. And I showed them what a palm looks like. So if you're not too comfortable doing a palm, you could even do a horrible palm just so it sticks with your story. But you can just do a card palm and show them that this is what a palm looks like, where from the back you won't be able to see anything, but on the front, of course, we have a card palmed and kind of hidden. So you tell them that you can kind of teleport a card from here to here just by using a card palm, and that's how magicians generally tend to do it. But you came up with a new technique, and this is what I love doing, because the more you kind of involve yourself in the story, the more interested they would become versus, you know, some XYZ person like who no one even knows that guy. So you tell them you came across this technique, or you came up with this technique where you can take a card, and this is going to be very vital now, is you want to push this card over, okay, push this card over, take your dominant hand or the opposite hand holding the deck, and slap that down, slap that card down. So it looks like this, slap that card down, and that card is going to go under your hand. And you tell them that you can kind of do this and pick the card up and it'll be automatically palmed. And you try doing that once, oops. You try doing that once, it doesn't work. So I put it back on top of the deck and I kind of just blow on my hand, except it's not like, you know, that kind of blow, it's more like a kind of blow. I don't know if there's a specific name for it, but you blow warm air onto your hand to kind of give the effect that you're gonna try to make this card stick to your hand. So you do that again. And let me actually move these cards real quick. You kind of know what's over here. But so you put this down again, same exact method you use, push it over, and then do this, right? Push it over, do that, the card is there. You try one more time, it does not work. You're like, okay, let me try this one more time. And between each attempt, you're showing them, okay, 8 of spades, we're gonna try this. So this way, it's ingrained in their mind, 8 of spades is here, there's no possible way it could be over there. So you do that a second time, third time, again, you show 8 of spades, but now, instead of putting it beneath your hand, you're gonna push over and pretend to put it beneath your hand. So you're pushing that out, bringing this hand over and tilting this deck now, going from horizontally to vertical to kind of show that card is being placed down. And doing it up to speed, it seems quite believable. You may have caught it in my performance because I was literally performing from this angle, so you can clearly see directly what's going on. But it's, for the most part, a little angle sensitive if you don't have, too much practice doing it. So you want to make it seem as real of an action as possible. And again, the reason you're doing it a few times is to engrave in the spectator's mind that this is what I am actually doing. So when you do it a third time and you don't actually put the card down, their brain automatically fills in that gap of, oh, that card is there, right? So that's there. And if you're sitting on a table, this is actually a great time to ditch or palm this, not palm, what's it called? Yes, it's a good time to lap this card. So as you're doing this, and as you start picking up your hand, all the attention now, because of how misdirection works, all the attention will go right here towards his hand. So while people are looking at this, if you're sitting at a table, you can easily lap this playing card. So I just throw that down on my lap. And now this deck is completely clean. There are only 4 8 of spades, or sorry, there are only 4 8s now in existence in this domain. All right, so you do this, you lift it up, say, finally it worked. Act like you're actually palming a card. And then I go ahead and I crumple it up almost just to show that this is how the invisible palm works. If I do this, now the card is completely invisible. And I can do whatever I want with it, but the card is invisible. And just to show them, I like to go through and quickly go through the deck and show them that the card is no longer here. Because again, we were able to lap that card. If you're not able to do that, just don't even worry about it. But then let's come back here. Keep in mind, these cards were here the entire time. I did not actually move them. Just pretend they were here the whole time. And now I like to tell the spectator, as soon as my hand makes contact, or as soon as this invisible card makes contact with all the different suits of its value, it appears. So the way I like to do this is I make my fist, and as I open my fist, it's kind of natural to have this card being dragged. So let me see if I can show you here clearly. It's kind of natural to have this card dragged out like this when you're opening your palm. So you're here, you do this, and then you slowly release or bring up your hand and show that there are now 4 cards here. This effect in itself, I remember when I saw it for the first time, blew my mind. I was like, there's no possible way that could be another card here because there were just 3. So I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid, but that blew my mind the first time I saw it. So then you slowly reveal from the bottom up 8 of diamonds as it was before, clubs, hearts, and then the card that they will not believe that was ever possible to even be there, the 8 of spades. So if you're like me and have trouble palming cards, I'd highly recommend for you to try out this card trick and let me know down in the comments what kind of reactions you get. And even if you know how to palm cards, just do it anyway, because I'm sure that you'll enjoy this. That's all I got for you. Hope you have a great week ahead. And if you're able to, I'd love for you to join me on Patreon, as it really helps in funding this channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.